What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with another episode of Sisters Season 9, Episode 15, Family Affair. Before I start, y'all make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Y'all make sure you like the video so I can stay in the algorithm, okay? Alright. This episode was boring. I'm not sure where the writers was going with this, but this was terrible. Like, everything about it was terrible. Like, what I thought was what was going to happen did not happen. And I'm talking about the situation with Andy's mom. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments about the episode as well. All right. So the episode picks back up with Andy's mom walking into the conference room, and she was like Andrea Monique Barnes, or whatever her name is, and y'all remember she was kissing Dr. Vaughn. So she gets on to Andy about kissing in a conference room where there are people everywhere. People can see her, yada yada yada, and she introduces herself to Dr. Vaughn. Anyway, I noticed that her mama is one of those mean, judgy saints. The ones that I can't stand. The nice, nasty type of people that given the right date at the right time, you want to really smack the piss out of them because it is so well deserved. Those kind. Alright. So she introduced herself to Dr. Vaughn, and once Dr. Vaughn lets her know, hey, I am Dr. Vaughn, her attitude kind of adjusted a little bit. So she takes this moment to actually clown Andy and say, you're a doctor? Because usually my daughter dates hedge fund crooks and politicians. Like, I don't know what's wrong with a hedge fund person minus the crook, and what's wrong with dating a politician. Like, it's all money. It is what it is. So Valerie tells Andy, she heard from the deacon at the church what had happened between her and Jordan and her and Gary and all of that. So she was like, well, tell me what you know. Her mama was like, I paid all this money for you to go to law school, and you're going to try to use your law degree on me. Try it again. You tell me what happened. So she told her mama what happened and all of the things. Okay? In the next scene, Aaron and Karen. Okay? She asked Aaron, where do you want to go? When do you want to leave? And, Aaron asked Karen, when did she want to leave? And she was like, as soon as possible. She was like, I know we have to do all the logistics and the this and the that and all of the things. And so she was like, y'all know how Karen, you show about everything? And he said, yes. And she asked again. And he was sure. So then she get a phone call from Pam, and he was like, she was like, oh, okay, this is Pam. Did y'all hear Aaron say, what does she want? Anyway, y'all not finna play Pam. Okay? And I really want to see this conversation between her and Pam and how she's going to maneuver with this salon. Anyway, Pam was, just basically calling to check on her and let her know that her raggedy ass, mean ass clients didn't give a damn about her being on maternity leave, and they wanted her to come back and do some hair. Well, y'all really going to be mad when y'all find out she leaving. Okay? That lady is leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. From Georgia. So she tells Pam, she'll talk to her in a week or so. So Karen was like, listen, have we thought about Houston? And he was like, with the weather, the hurricanes, of course, all of the things, he was like, they both was like, no. So Miss Lisa stopped by. She have a conversation with Cameron. And did y'all see when Aaron picked up that dog, picked up the baby? It looked like a little chocolate baby doll, okay? It didn't look like the baby face we had saw in episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Or whatever episodes we started seeing baby face. That wasn't baby face. That was a baby alive doll, okay? Anyway, She tells Lisa, her and Aaron has thought about moving out of that. They're going to move out of Atlanta. And Miss Lisa's kind of taken aback at the moment. She was like, she said, no. She said that, with everything, the salon, her life has just been about the salon, Zach, the girls, and all of those things make her think about death and sorrow. I was like, I don't know how, but okay. I guess maybe they are reminders. And even being in this apartment, because a lot has happened in her apartment alone that she should have been gone. Anyway, Miss Lisa asked Karen, what about baby Faith? Have you given her any consideration? Baby Faith don't know the difference between day or night. Okay? So, it don't matter where they take her. She just got to go with the wind. She a kid. She a little baby. Okay? Shut up, Miss Lisa. So, Lisa tells her she's not ready for this. Then Miss Lisa say that. I really don't want you to go. I want you to stay here with baby Faith. And that's another thing. Because you be out on the road with your motorcycle and your little booze and all of the things. And I just kind of felt like it was real funny how she now was like, kind of a little taken aback by Karen leaving. And she's always everywhere. Like, that was just odd to me. All right. But, I understand. So, back with Danny, that officer is still trying to get her phone number. She lets him know, hey, I got a man. He was like, I don't give a damn if you got a man. And I'm looking at him sideways like, ugh. He irks me. Tony irked me. This officer irked me. I don't trust him. But I do think Danny needs to break up with Tony ASAP. So over at the bank, Paige is pissed off at Maurice because her brother came by to see Maurice and then come by to see her. She feels away. He calls her a sour puss. She said it is fresh down there. And then she apologized to Maurice. They have their back and forward. And she apologized to Maurice. So Maurice goes into Sabrina's office and talks to him about Paige, And then he lets Sabrina know that Paige is going to have to accept that I'm going to be her sister-in-law. Okay. So he shows Sabrina his vision board. And then he asks Sabrina about Rock. She said that she's trying to figure out what she's going to do. Because y'all already know Sabrina wants to keep sleeping with him until her stupid duck ass fall in love with him. She be pissing me off. Okay, she be pissing me off. Then Maurice decided to give her even more bad advice. I said that right. The worst. Told her to continue to sleep with him, knowing she does not know how to separate the two. He tells her to sleep with him and separate the two. And I'm just like, but then she mentioned, because we hadn't heard her talk about being a mom until she said it this episode. She said that, she still wanted to be a mom, but then you have men that go around sleeping around with people and doing whatever they want. I'm like, okay, Sabrina girl, you just want to be a thought for Rock, and that eventually is going to be your baby daddy. Enjoy the jailbird while you can, okay? So Karen tells Miss Lisa that she wants a clean slate. She wants a new chapter. And she said there's a new chapter in a new city for her. There's a chapter of that, that group that she's in. It's in a new city. And I'm like, girl, what city is it? And the way she said it, she was like, besides, there's a new group in the city. I guess the city she's going to be going to. But you don't know where you're going. So I don't know, girl. I'm just like, what did the writers do in that moment? It was just like, we just gonna do anything and we just gonna wing it. Like, I felt like this episode, the writers just said, fuck it, we just gonna wing it. Like, which is so crazy to me. They didn't put no effort into this episode. I'm sorry, y'all. They just did not. So Lisa gives Karen her blessing because, Lisa is a free spirit. So she offers her support, like, hey, if you need me to pack, take the bait, watch the baby, or whatever, I'm here. I'm here for you, and whatever you want, and wherever you go, I'm down for it. And for me, I appreciated this moment. So Lisa tells her, hey, I'm gonna go take a ride, clear my mind. I'll be back. Karen tells her, be careful. I never really seen that before, but I hope it's nothing. But she went to go take a ride to go clear her mind about the whole thing. Got it. We get to the law office. Fatima's working, I guess she working on contracts. Hayden comes in and tells her, why did you drop stupid ass, dumb ass, whatever that basketball player is, whose name is, I forgot his name. We don't need to see him no more. And so Hayden was like, we're in this together. So she tells Hayden she brought Chaz, is his name. She, I brought Chaz on, and I don't need your permission to let Chaz go. And he was like, well, that's not how that worked. And she was like, that's how that worked for me. She tells him Chaz is a liability to the firm. And so he asked, he clocked it. He was like, so he was trying to sleep with you, huh? And she came up with an excuse, but we all know Hayden's punk ass was right. Like, that's just what it was. He was trying to sleep with her. He was trying to be with her. He was trying to get his way, as he probably always do with all the women. But he couldn't have Fatima, and I guess that bruised his fragile male ego. I don't know. So anyway, she decided to pitch a new idea to Hayden about representing female athletes. And so she was like, we can make that our niche. And surprisingly, he actually agreed with her. I was like, cool. So Valerie tells Andy about her sinful lifestyle, and that their name needs, their last name or whatever needs, the Barnes name needs to be spotless, because she don't want none of her church members coming back to tell her what the you done did out there in them streets. I'm all the way here, you out there, and I'm hearing about your raggedy ass, punk ass shit. Okay? I'm trying to get right with the Lord. I'm not trying to be amongst the gossip. I'm trying to be the gossiper. Okay? Because that's what Andy mama give me. I'm a messy old bitch. Okay? So she asked Andy if she's okay. She decided to be a mama in this moment and ask her if she's okay. And then she asked Andy, I need you to take me to your Aunt Mara's house. She lives 30 minutes outside of Atlanta, and besides, I don't like y'all traffic. So Andy was like, well, I thought you was here for me. And she was like, baby, I don't want to stay at your penthouse with your nasty ass and all that nasty ass shit you did with all the nasty ass knuckles. Okay? I'm telling y'all, that's the nice lady, church lady. That's what she wanted to say. But So Andy was like, I'm going to offer you a call service because I don't even like you like that. Y'all get to Andy and her mama, I don't know. But she was like, I don't really fool with you like that, but I'm going to offer you up a car service since you want to come here trying to be judgy and want to judge me. Girl, go to hell. Okay? She didn't say that. But she also said, her mama was like, well, I thought you was going to chauffeur me. She was like, do I look like a limo service to you? Do I look like a chauffeur to you? So she said, my plate is full. And her mom was like, but you had time for a coffee break with Dr. Feelgood. Okay, Dr. Fill 'em up. Okay, Dr. Kiss me wherever you want to kiss me. Okay, but you ain't got time to drive me 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. You got some nerve. So Angie tell her mama her work is piling up by the minute, and she don't have time for this. So Valerie, mean ass, gonna say, you need to delegate better. You a partner, and they need to treat you as such. And you need, what she say? You need to tell that girl who's your friend to help. Girl. So Andy told her that Fatima is busy working on other projects and other deals. Now, the way she said it, she was implying, the way she said in other deals, she was implying that Fatima was doing everything outside of her work scope. Like, you was letting your mama know that she wasn't doing her part. I'm sorry, y'all. She was. The way she said it. The way she said it. And the way, I have a problem with that, because the way Fatima stand 10 toes down for your plumpy lip, Bob the Builder, big head, raggedy ass, loose cooch ass. Okay? Fatima stands up for her, 10 toes down. And you ain't have to say that. All you had to do was say, we're swamped. That's it. You ain't got to say your mama everything. Anyway, Val asked, did you assign those tasks to her? She was like, well, yes. And like, again, you're alluding that Fatima is doing everything outside of her work scope, which is true. And she shouldn't be. But you did ask her to help you. And you're also doing things outside of your work scope with this case that you're not even supposed to be touching. Okay? So Val tells her, that's, you ain't supposed to mix friendship and business. And I get that. I wasn't mad at Val for saying that. And you need another assistant. And so she tells her mama, she's a paralegal. And Val was like, that's the same thing. No, ma'am, I don't think that's the same thing. And I think paralegals out there who have worked hard to get their paralegal stuff and certificate and license will be highly offended, because I will be offended too. Okay, because I worked at a law office. And we had a receptionist. We had a case manager. We had a paralegal. And it was all different. Okay. Anyway, Andy gets a ding ding on her phone. She says she has to go to the ER. She has to go. It's an emergency. So she sent her mom to the front desk and she left. So Sabrina gets a text from Karen, and she gets a Zeke pic from Rock. Maurice is in love and he's in denial, and he tells her to send some pics, but not her face. Baby, no face, no case. Okay, if I was Sabrina, I wouldn't do that, but okay, whatever. She gonna do stupid shit because she's a stupid. She just gonna do some crazy stuff. Okay, so Fatima makes it home. On her break, she tells Zach about the $100,000 in his account. He said he verified it, and he tell her about how Keys told him that he knew his father. He wants Keys to come over for dinner. And Fatima is skeptical about the money. And she is also skeptical about Keys. I just think Keys is his daddy. I think that he's not being fully honest about, the ins and the outs. I think he's trying to figure out a way to tell Zach. But Zach wants Fatima to meet him because he trusts her judgment. So Miss Val is sitting out front waiting for her car service. Fatima walks in. And Fatima, girl, why didn't you I hope you took a shower, but bam, you could have changed your clothes. Okay, whatever. You done did what you did with Zach, and girl, y'all nasty. Anyway, Val tells Fatima, she meets her, hey, exchange pleasantries. She tells Fatima, from what I hear, because Fatima was like, hey, if you need anything, let me know. So she was like, from what I hear, you're already full with you already have your hands full with other things. And Andy used to say such good things about you. I don't know what you have going on, but whatever it is, my daughter is stressed out and is saying she don't have no help. And so Fatima been looking at her like, bitch, I know you lying, because that is how we all are looking at her. Now, I am going to go out on the limb and say this, and this is going to be so much of a reach. Because she loves Karen so much, I think she knows that Fatima is now with Zach. She recognized Fatima and all of the things. I don't think she like Fatima like that. I just don't think she like Fatima like that. She is not a part of this sister circle. I just don't think she like Fatima like that. And I will say this. The little raggedy saint in the ain't put 20 on 10. You have definitely put 20 on 10 in this situation. You did. You really did. And you need your ass whooped. Okay? Anyway, she tells Fatima, get your shit together or my daughter will fire you. I would have told her, girl, fuck you and your daughter. Sorry. Y'all, I am really trying not to language. That's what I would have told her, but I wouldn't have, because, you know, sometimes you got to keep it cute, because, hey, at the end of the day, I got to work, all right? So Fatima asks, hey, is that what Andy said? And Val says, doesn't matter. It does matter. And I think you putting a wedge in between those two, not knowing how much of a wedge that they have in between them right now, thanks to Andy, you have caused so much of a bigger wedge. So now we need to see how they're going to navigate through this. Anyway, then she had the audacity to ask her, can you tell me about Andy and Dr. Vaughn's relationship? Girl, please. So Danny gets home. She tells, you know, the bummy dude about the cutbacks. And he tells her, you know, for my birthday, my kids are coming. And I was thinking maybe they should stay here. I don't have to go home. I don't have to pack or anything like that. So she was like, no, take your kids to a hotel. Then she found lube on the table and was like, what you doing with this? And so he was like, listen, your wop ain't whopping like it need to be whopping. And she was like, I got a wop. It ain't nothing wrong with me. I just can't get jiggy with your broke ass. She should have said that, but she didn't. That's crazy. And so for him to ask, the audacity for him to ask for like space and all of the things, like, you just suggest that your kids come here. Where are they going to sleep? What are they going to do? The last time your kids came, they had went through that lady's drawer and found her vape pen, and you got mad, her weed pen, and you got mad at her. Then your daughter was snooping around. We don't like your kids. We don't like you. We don't like your ex-wife. Okay? Go. Just go. So she tells him to get a hotel room with his badass kids, and she leaves for the little sister powwow, and she throw that wad of cash on her table, and I'm looking at Danny like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is stupid. Why would you do? I hope that the writers didn't write in that he's going to use it, because a lot of people think that he's going to take it, the cousin's going to take it, or he'll get, I don't know. But I'm just hoping that the writers didn't write it in. But I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Anyway, Fatima calls Zach and tells him, you know, I need to tell you about Andy and her raggedy ass mama and all the stuff that she said. Okay? And Fatima said that it hasn't, the things that her mom said, Andy hasn't even had a conversation with me about these things. Now, she did have a conversation with Fatima about her slacking off. She had that conversation with you. Now, it's the way her mama's putting it. Her mama put 20 on 10, and this is not the conversation y'all had, because it's not a conversation that needs to be had. However, her mom put 20 on 10. Her mom is causing a wedge, more of a wedge in between them. You should have stayed out of it. That is crazy to me. Fatima says that things been weird between her and Andy ever since the whole situation, ever since everything happened. Zach thought it was a bright idea to tell Fatima that he walked in on Andy. Why would you tell her that? She got mad. She pissed off now. And now she really ready to go off. That set her off to go find Andy and to go talk with her. So the ladies are at the table, waiting for Karen to show up. The tension between Andy and Danny is crazy to me. I really don't understand why. Karen showed up with her nails done, hair done, everything did. She looked good for the first time in about... Because she looked good. Okay, she looks happy. She looked blessed and all of the things. Fatima walked in, pulled up, and was like, I need to talk to you. So she basically sent Andy to the bar, and that was that on that. And yeah, this episode was terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. I hope y'all likes this, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I have to go, but yes, let me know what y'all think in the comments, because this episode was terrible. Not shout out to the writers, because they did a trash ass job. Okay, and I will see y'all in the next one.